Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread TIPA's positive approach message around the world.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Live at 5. I'm Catherine. Here we have Shelly and Alejandro once again. Here we are. Woo. So today, let me ask you guys a question. What do you think is the most common injury in care partnering?
For the care partner?
Yeah, for the care partner, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, for like if I'm taking care of someone?
If I was a care partner,
Oh,
what is the most common care partner injury?
I would say, go ahead.
Shelley.
Oh, I was just gonna say back injury?
That's what I was thinking too, Shelley. Is that accurate?
Yep. Back injuries. Yep, that's the number one reason people have to call out or, back injuries. So why do you think back injuries are so common?
Because people are trying to move people or do stuff and they're not doing it properly.
Yeah, so what are they using? Skill, strength?
I think we're trying to, I mean, and this is total guy stuff too for me, right? Like I'm trying to muscle through this thing instead of being skillful. I saw someone else do it, so I do it this way as a care partner. So yeah, not as much skill, I'd say, usually.
And here's the tricky part. Do you think more often than not, the care partners, even if they have some skill, are doing it with their person, let's say a Ruby, or are they actually just flinging them?
I think it, and so when you bring up Ruby state, right, my brain immediately goes, okay, slow down, right? Red, Ruby, slow down. But I think for a lot of us, our brain is also telling us, get this over with and move faster. So that idea you're bringing up, Catherine, of like the fling or the quick thing, it's like, yeah, I want to get this over with.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking, well, they don't move as easily, so let me just move them.
Yeah, it's not allowing them. So thinking about that, they might still have some strength. And if they have enough strength, like once you get them to a stand, why is it important to allow them to do just a little bit of participating in that transfer without us just doing it?
Right. Well, because they still need to use those muscles and keep the body moving as long as they can.
You got it. Because what huge muscles are you enlisting when you stand up?
Your glutes.
Right. Your glutes. That was very good, Shelly. Yeah, you got your thighs working in there.
You got your thighs. You got your the big one in the back, your gluteals.
Yeah.
So guess what? Those are the biggest muscles in the body. But when they're not used, they tend to start doing what?
Shriveling up.
Atrophy.
Contracting, yeah. And the longer we can keep somebody active, even if it's just a little, the better for us and them. So here's the thing, TIPA, I have a video of TIPA demonstrating how to do a safe lift transfer from bed to chair. So I might pause us along the way to just check some things out.
So here we go. I'm going to position myself. And
first thing, what are you noticing? Where's the chair in relation to the bed?
I was going to say, she's got the wheelchair, it seems like very close to the person. And it's not right in front of the person. I think I've seen that a few times where someone will set it basically where TIPA's standing.
Right.
Instead of off to the side but it looks like it's touching the bed almost.
Yeah, it is. And it's just perpendicular. And I don't know if you can see, do you see there's that one armrest?
Oh, the armrest is back. Yeah. For the one.
The armrest is either back or off. Why do you think that is?
Well, because she can slide her over instead of having to pick her up and put her down.
Instead of going over. This also creates more ability for Lynn to participate in this move. So now, ideally, do you think you want the bed higher or at a lower?
I would think it should be even with the seat.
Or
a little below, maybe.
Or a little higher, actually,
higher.
because what do we want to enlist? We're looking at all the natural things the body has And what's the natural force that's going to help?
You're gonna just have gravity kind of help
Gonna
with
help
that
it.
last part of getting it down.
You
Yeah.
got it. You're going to have some gravity help there. So this bed
Interesting.
is a little bit low, but ideally if you could raise the bed, or if the bed's a little bit higher than where the seat is how you want to do it. All right. Now Deepa's getting ready to position herself.
And if I want, if at all possible, to get my foot, so my forefoot is lined up with Lynn's forefoot. If this foot is in close, I'll try the lift and see if she'll let me in. And if not, I'll try to stabilize. Then I'm going to take my body, and my knees are cupping her knee. I'm not on her knee like this, and I'm not grabbing her legs and squishing them together. That's really uncomfortable. What I do is just pick the knee I'm going to use, and it's the near knee. I bring my arms around her trunk so that I'm low on her trunk, on her low back.
What's a little different about what you've normally seen there, about where she just put her body?
I think, go ahead. I'll let you go first, Elhan.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't know that many people are focusing in on where Teepa's knees would be in relation to the person being helped.
Yeah. And I think that her trunk, yeah, her legs are really close to Lynn's.
They're cupping her one knee,
Knee, right.
like this,
Yeah.
cupping her knee. What about where she placed her hands? Did you hear where she said she put them?
Yeah. Her back around the
Low back.
low back.
Where do you think most people often?
They go for the arms, I would
I was
think.
just gonna see like armpit area.
Armpit.
Kind of.
Armpit area,
Yeah.
so it's the upper back more toward the scapula. Yeah, so right there, we're getting a little different. Now notice what she wants Lynn's head to do. It's kind of cool.
I let her head ride to my outside shoulder because whichever way her bottom goes, her head's going to go the opposite way. That's the way we're built. By having her be able to look over my head, she'll lean forward more readily. And all I'm going to do is straighten and tighten my arms, bring her forward.
Ooh, notice Teepa's body. What about her back? What are you noticing?
Well, it's pretty straight, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty straight. And this is again to help. So what muscles is Teepa using?
She's using those
She's-
trunk muscles.
those
That's
big
how-
She's
muscles.
using those strong
Big
muscles and gravity. It's like a fulcrum or a teeter-totter.
Mhm.
This is that pose where I usually am really sweaty. I think it's like a chair pose kind of thing. Is that
Yes,
what this
exactly.
is?
This would
Yeah.
be chair pose,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yoga.
And as I do that, her weight goes onto her knee. I can get her all the way up or I can keep her fairly low, depending on her stability. If she's able, I want her to stand. And if she can stand, we're going to do a little bit of weight shifting. And as we do the weight shifting,
How cool.
there you go. Nice dancing. Woo! You got it. You got it, Lynn. You're good. You're good. There we go. Nice work. Okay, Lynn. Now, I want you to lean to me. Now, I took my hand and took it to her hip and brought her upper body forward as her hips started to fold, and I placed one hand where she needed to be, and I blocked her knees so she couldn't slide out. Ta-da.
That is so cool. I haven't seen this myself, so that's just really cool.
Yeah, so
that-
go ahead.
I was gonna say that use of rhythm, and if I was kind of watching their feet a bit, it's really these small
Mm-hmm.
steps, but there's not a point where Lynn has to go backwards,
Right.
which I know, Catherine, we brought up in previous places on Live at 5, we talked about someone in a Ruby state. That skill is actually not readily available for most people in a Ruby state. So that rhythm and shuffle to make that slight turn was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did bring up rhythm.
Mhm.
So if your person was having a little problem getting started with that stand or just getting into that rhythm, what might you add?
Might add a song. I might sing a little bit.
Sing a little hum. How about
Some
a
counting?
1,
1,
2.
2, 3.
Mhm.
we can add that in. Sometimes will help somebody
Mhm.
in this kind of Ruby area. So where else do you think you might be able to use this same kind of transfer technique?
I would say from the chair to the toilet
I would, yeah. Catherine.
or any place, basically.
Because did you notice, was Lynn's amygdala triggered at all?
No.
Mhm.
No. Did this go fast or slow?
I mean, it was a slow movement,
Pretty
but
slow.
I didn't think it was like super drawn out when we actually, I think if we were to take away like the time Tipa was talking in there, because she's demonstrating it,
Right.
it would,
So,
it
and-
would still be fairly small, but some patience is needed probably.
So that comes from a web video that we have that you can get either a hard copy or a stream online. It's called the Skills-
Advanced
Skills
care in
in
late
Late
stage
Stage Dementia. That's it.
Yep, and I just put the link in the comments.
It's a really good for all these kind of tips. Like you're like, oh, because the OT comes out. That understanding of how everything works, the body, the mechanics of our bodies, and using gravity.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping you folks will figure out someone you can practice this with. If you can, do you want to practice it with the person living with dementia or somebody who's a sapphire?
There's someone who could give you some feedback. That's not
Yeah,
Two
needing
things
it
they
at that
really
moment.
liked and one thing you want to try that's a little different.
yeah, right. And I also think it would be interesting to try it with people of different sizes too, so that you could see how much you actually, you could help somebody who maybe is bigger than you, and because you're using gravity and so on.
Yep.
'Cause
Yep.
I think often people watch these and are like, well, I can't do that because my person is 6'5" and I'm, 5'4" or something like that,
And you can try, and it,
You
it
can
may
try it.
not be the right fit for this particular move, but
Mhm.
is it worth a try?
Absolutely.
Of course.
All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you again tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread TIPA's positive approach message around the world. And don't forget to click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted.